Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Khurram Shehzad and I am from National University of Modern Languages, Islamabad. I am making another video on adjectives. In my last video, I talked about the kinds of adjectives and how we can make comparative and superlative degrees of adjectives. So in this video, I will be talking about some of the very important things which will help you in improving your English so far as written and spoken language is concerned. Adjectives are words which give extra information about nouns. I have already told you that adjectives, they talk about nouns. They modify the nouns. They do not change their form to show number or gender. Yes. In English language, adjectives, they do not change their number or gender when they are used with singular nouns or plural nouns or with masculine or feminine nouns. But in Urdu language, we have got, the concept of gender and number. And adjectives, they also change their shape. But in English language, they do not change their shape. We have got acha ladka, achhi ladki. So ladki is noun, ladka is noun, but adjective also changes its shape from acha to achhi. But in English language, we have got a good boy and a good girl. So whether the noun is boy or a girl, masculine or feminine, it is not going to change the shape. So same is the case with singular or plural, good boy or good boys, a good girl or good girls. So adjective does not change the shape in English language. The hero was played by a young boy. Several young girls took the secondary roles. Young girls, young boy. No change in shape. Many adjectives are formed from other words. Notice the spelling change. History, historic. Politics, political. Fashion, fashionable. Beauty, beauty is noun. Beautiful is adjective. Fashion is noun. Fashionable is adjective. Depend, verb, dependent, adjective. Effect, effect, effective. Effect is noun and effective is adjective. Danger, dangerous. Dangerous is adjective. Hope, noun. Hopeless is adjective. Interesting and interested. Remember, we will be talking about participles in detail a little later. Okay. So even interesting is adjective and interested is also adjective. So we call them present participle adjective or past participle adjective. And both of them, they have got slight differences in meaning as well as in use. Homemade and red hot. Adjectives can sometimes act as nouns when they describe a particular group or characteristic. We usually use the definite article and a plural verb. So adjectives, they can be used as nouns. For example, old people are becoming more numerous. Old is adjective. Here people is noun. Now we are turning this adjective into the noun. And we need article the before it. And then plural verb will be used. The olds are becoming more numerous. The olds. So here adjective is being used. So article the is coming before it, and the old means all the old people. So verb will be plural. The old are becoming more numerous. And you should not say the olds, it will become wrong. So old adjective. Adjective is not going to take any s or es. We cannot use the possessive with adjective. So apostrophe s can also not be used with adjectives. Used as nouns or make them plural. Yes. The government is looking at the problem of the disabled. So the disabled, it means that all the people who are disabled. So disabled people, the disabled means The group of people who are disabled. Now apostrophe cannot be used. So it will be wrong to say the government is looking at the disabled problems. So that is wrong. And again, disabled cannot be made into plural. The Japanese enjoy a high standard of living. Wrong. So we cannot make the plural of Japanese. The Japanese people, all the Japanese people enjoy a high standard of living. The poor in Pakistan are living a miserable life. The poor in Pakistan are living a miserable life. The poor means all the poor people, and the verb is used here plural. The poor in Pakistan are. The poor are living a miserable life in Pakistan. When we make a brief comment in conversation, we often use what plus adjective plus noun or how plus adjective. What an amazing story! An amazing story! Exclamatory sentence. How amazing! Most adjectives can be used in front of a noun, that is the attributive position. When the noun is coming, when the adjective is coming before the noun, it is called attributive position. And after a linking verb like be, then it is called predicative adjective. So adjectives can further be divided into two kinds: attributive and predicative. Attributive is coming before the noun, and predicative is coming after the verb be. So be is, am, are, was, were, or been. We have just seen an exciting film. Exciting is attributive. The film was exciting. Here exciting is predicative. Most of the adjectives in English, they can be used attributively as well as predicatively. Means that they can come before the noun or after the verb be. Most of the adjectives. But some of the adjectives, they can only come before the noun, and you will have to learn them by heart. And some of the adjectives, they can come only after the verb be or verb look or verb seem. So they are only used predicatively. But there are some adjectives which we usually only use in one position. Some classifying adjectives which describe the type of thing something is, and emphasizing adjectives are mainly used before a noun. Qualifying, classifying, and emphasizing adjectives are only used before a noun. The plant they are building outside the town is chemical. Wrong. Chemical is an adjective which is used before the noun. They are building a chemical plant outside the town. Adjectives usually used in attributive position. Dear students, this list you will have to learn by heart. Classifying adjectives: chemical, chief, criminal, elder, entire, eventual, former, industrial, local, lone person. Person is lone, wrong. Main problem is main, wrong. Maximum, medical, national, nuclear, only, outdoor, outdoor services, indoor services. We cannot say the service is outdoor. Principal, main problem, principal, PAL. Social, soul, underline, and whole. So all of them, they are used in attributive position before the noun. They cannot come after the verb be. Then it will become wrong. Emphasizing adjectives: mere, sheer, and utter. Utter disappointment. So we cannot say the appointment, the disappointment was utter. Wrong. Utter disappointment. To my utter disappointment. Adjectives in predicative position are usually the complement of a linking verb. Verb be is, am, are, was, were, become, feel, seem, look. When she heard the noise, Maryam became very uneasy. Maryam or Mary became very uneasy. So uneasy is coming before, after the verb be or linking verb become. Maryam or Mary became very uneasy. Now we cannot say uneasy Mary or uneasy Maryam. Wrong. So uneasy will be used after the linking verb. However, after certain verbs of thinking and feeling, like consider, find, and think, we can omit the linking verb. I consider, find him very reliable. So I can say I consider or I find him to be very reliable, or I consider or find him very reliable. Many adjectives beginning with the letter A and adjectives describing health and feeling are not usually used before nouns. They are not attributive adjectives. They are only used at the place of predicative adjective. We use them in predicative position. Try not to disturb the children, they are asleep. We cannot say asleep children. Wrong. Children are asleep. It is starting with A. And the list is adjectives usually used in predicative position. Ablaze, afloat, afraid, alight, alike, alive, alone, aloof, ashamed, askew, asleep, awake, and aware. So they will be coming after the linking verb. Verb be, verb seem, verb look, verb become. And health and feeling, content, fine, I am fine. We cannot say finally. I am fine. Glad, ill, pleased, poorly, ready, sorry, sure, upset, and unwell. She is unwell. You cannot say unwell Aisha. Wrong. Unwell Ahmed. Wrong. Sick Ahmed. Ahmed is ill. There are some fixed phrases or idioms in which we use normally predicative adjectives before a noun. These are only fixed phrases with a special meaning, like glad tidings, an ill wind, a ready wit, a sorry state, and upset stomach. Some predicative adjectives have equivalent words which can be used before a noun. They are doing experiments on live animals, but we can say animals which are alive. They are doing experiments on animals which are alive. So alive, we say live match, but the match is okay, live match. Predicative, alive, afraid, alike, asleep, ill, and attributive, live or living, frightened, similar, sleeping, and sick. Adjectives that are followed by a prepositional phrase, interested in something, suitable for something, go after, not before a noun. Go after, they come after the noun, not before the noun. The project will appeal the students interested in ecology. This is similar to a reduced relative clause. Reduced relative clause, because we could have said the project will appeal to students who are interested in ecology. So who are is removed. So relative clause is reduced. Some adjectives have a different meaning when used before or after a noun. These again you will have to learn by heart. The meeting was full of concerned residents. Concerned residents, worried residents. The students concerned, noun is coming before and adjective is coming after. The students concerned were a small minority. Students concerned means students who were involved, students who were taking part. I am afraid we have opposite point of view. Opposite point of view, contrasting point of view. We used to live in the house opposite, physically opposite, across from us. The present chairman is getting on a bit. Present, current, existing. We took a vote of all members present, physically there. Responsible parents have been outraged by this show. Responsible, caring. The person responsible will be caught and punished who did this action. He gave us a ridiculously involved excuse. Involved, complicated. The president gave medals to all those involved who took part in the event. Well, dear students, the last point that I would like to explain here is related to participle adjectives, ing or ed. Ing present participle or ed past participle adjectives. We often use ing and ed participles as adjectives. We usually use them in the same positions as other adjectives. A win, even by only one goal, would be a satisfying result, satisfying, something which will have effect on other people. I never find fast food very satisfying. Recommendations from satisfied customers who were affected, satisfied customers, got our business off the ground. We follow up every complaint from customers dissatisfied with our service. Some participle adjectives can be used in their own on their own before or after a noun. The chosen song features innovative use of digital sampling. The song chosen may be a disappointment to lovers of traditional ballads. But some participle adjectives can only be used after a noun. Please dispose of your cigarettes in the ashtrays provided. Ashtrays provided. Noun is coming first. Before or after a noun, affected, chosen, identified, infected, remaining, selected, or stolen. They can come before or after a noun. But only after a noun, learn them by heart. Applying, caused, discussed, found, provided, questioned, and taken. When we use participles as adjectives, ing participles have an active meaning. Active meaning means they carry the effect, they have the effect. And ed participles have a passive meaning, means that they are affected by. I always seem to play for the losing team, having the effect. We found the lost ring under the sofa. Lost. It was a frightening film. It was a frightening film. It made us frightened. It was a frightening film. It has the effect. We were frightened. We were affected by. So frightening, having the effect. Frightened, we were affected by. I felt frightened when I watched that film. Because it was a frightening film, so I felt frightened. So, dear students, today I have talked about some of the very importance related to adjectives. I hope you would enjoy, you would like this video. Thank you very much.